told him he was useless. And slowly, he agreed. Not out loud, not in public, but in the courtroom of his own mind, he signed the verdict. Guilty of being small, of being average, of never becoming anything. Here's the dangerous truth no one tells you. Your life is not controlled by your enemies, not by your parents, not by your school, not by your country. It is controlled by what you secretly believe about yourself. And if that sentence made you uncomfortable, good. Because today's story might change how you see your life forever. If you believe thoughts shape destiny, even just a little, gently tap the like button and subscribe so you don't miss stories that sharpen your mind. Now listen carefully. There was a young man named Daniel. He wasn't poor, he wasn't rich, he wasn't talented, he wasn't terrible. He was invisible. Teachers overlooked him, friends interrupted him, opportunities passed him like he wasn't standing there. But here's the part no one saw. Daniel had already decided who he was. I'm not leadership material. I'm not smart enough. I'm not lucky. He repeated these sentences so often that they became facts. James Allen once wrote in As a Man Thinketh. A man is literally what he thinks, his character being the complete sum of all his thoughts. Daniel didn't know this, but he was living it. Daniel believed life was unfair. But what if life was simply reflecting him? He avoided challenges because he believed he would fail. He spoke softly because he believed he wasn't important. He procrastinated because he believed success belonged to other people. And then he would say, "See, I told you I wasn't good enough." The thought created the action. The action created the result. The result reinforced the thought. A perfect prison, built from invisible bricks. One day, Daniel applied for a promotion. He didn't prepare much. He didn't rehearse. He didn't believe he would get it. When he was rejected, he smiled weakly and said, "I knew it." But that night, something broke. He wasn't angry at his boss. He was tired of himself. He looked in the mirror and asked a dangerous question. What if my life looks like this? Because I think like this. That question terrified him. Because if it was true, then he could no longer blame anyone. A few weeks later, Daniel stumbled across a thin old book in a second-hand shop. As a Man Thinketh. He almost didn't buy it. The title felt too simple. But something inside whispered, "What if?" That night he read a line that shook him. Circumstance does not make the man. It reveals him to himself. He closed the book slowly. If circumstances reveal us, then rejection didn't prove he was small. It revealed that he believed he was small, and that belief was shaping everything. Change did not happen overnight. Don't let motivational videos lie to you. Transformation is not fireworks. It is war. Quiet war, daily war. Daniel began observing his thoughts like a detective. When he thought, "I can't do this," he asked, "Says who?" When he thought, "I'll probably fail," he asked, "Based on what?" At first it felt fake, forced, uncomfortable, because the mind resists new identity. He wasn't just changing habits, he was rewriting who he believed he was, and identity fights back. One morning, Daniel did something small but powerful. Instead of thinking, "I hope I don't mess up today," he thought, "I am becoming disciplined." Not "I am disciplined." That felt like a lie. But "I am becoming." That felt possible. And possibility is powerful. He began preparing more, speaking clearer, standing straighter, not because he was confident, but because he was practicing the thought of confidence. Weeks passed, then months. something strange started happening. People listened more when he spoke. He was given responsibility. He handled problems calmly. Nothing magical had happened externally. But internally, everything had shifted. James Allen wrote, "Men do not attract that which they want, but that which they are." Daniel stopped wanting success. He started becoming someone who believed he deserved growth, and life responded. Then came a bigger opportunity, a leadership role. The old Daniel would have said, "I'm not ready." But this time he caught the thought before it grew roots. He asked himself, if I truly believed I was capable, how would I act right now? So he prepared deeply. He studied late. He visualized himself leading confidently, not perfectly, but steadily. And when the interview came, he spoke not like a man begging for approval, but like a man who knew his value. He got the role. Here's the part most people miss. The promotion didn't change Daniel. Daniel changed, and the promotion followed. Your future is not chasing you. It is waiting for you to become the version of yourself that can carry it. If you secretly think you are weak, you will shrink opportunities. If you secretly think you are unlucky, you will notice only losses. If you secretly think you are powerful, you will start acting like it, and life mirrors action. Let me say something that may sting. Your excuses are often just thoughts you refuse to challenge. You say, "I'm just not good at speaking. I'm just not smart. I'm just shy. I'm just average." But those are not facts. They are rehearsed beliefs, and rehearsed beliefs become rehearsed lives. Years later, Daniel mentored a young student who said, "Sir, I wish I was lucky like you." Daniel smiled. Lucky? He remembered the boy who shrunk himself. He remembered the quiet prison. He remembered the night he faced his own thinking. And he said, "Luck begins in the mind, because a man's fate is not written in the stars. It is written in his thoughts. And thoughts become character. Character becomes action. Action becomes destiny." So tonight, before you sleep, ask yourself, who do I secretly believe I am? Weak, unnoticed, behind, or capable, growing, becoming? Because the life you are living tomorrow is already forming in the sentences you repeat today. And if this story reflected something you felt but never said out loud, that's your signal. Guard your thoughts. Feed your mind carefully. Choose beliefs that build you. Your fate is listening. And remember, as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he.